1, 2, 3. Hello, my name's Eliza Carthy and this is Martin Carthy, and we're going to tell you about our new album, which is called The Moral of the Elephant. Myself and my father have never made an album together before. This is the first time as a duo. We first recorded together longer ago than this, but the first time we made a family album together was with my mother as well, as Waterson Carthy, in 1994, which makes this, how many years? 20 years. 20 years since we first recorded together, and this is the first time we've sort of got around to kicking Mum out.
We hit upon this plan of hothousing 2 songs for 4 hours every day. We'd hothouse the 2 songs, and then we would go into the studio 4 o'clock till 8 o'clock and set ourselves the target of recording those 2 songs and having them finished, not completely mixed. So it meant that we did just about everything live.
And it's just the 2 of us as well, so there's no guests at all on this album. Very few frills, barring whistles. It's just fiddle and guitar. When you record any piece of music that's sort of new to you, there's a point at which it stops being really, really exciting and starts being accomplished and routine, and then it moves on from that point to you sort of being able to put the flourish and all of that kind of stuff back into it. But what you get when you work in the way that we did on this album is you get that total sort of freshness and excitement thing, which I think actually really comes through on a few of the songs.
There's a song on it called "Died for Love," and it's a traditional song, and it's a way of paying tribute to my brother-in-law, Liza's uncle, Mike Waterson, who had a very, very special way with a song. He would hothouse it for years sometimes.
He had the most incredible breath control as well, and a sense of rhythm like nobody else.
And was fabulously inventive, and is my idea of what tradition is. And Mike would always mess with songs. People wouldn't believe that he did mess with songs in the way he did. He would never let a song alone until he had it, as he thought, just right. And this is a song that he never recorded, and I always wished that he would.
However, we were sent a recording, I think by Steve Gardam. I think Steve Gardam sent us a recording of Mike singing live at the Bluebell. Is it the Bluebell?
Bluebell in Hull.
Yeah, at the Bluebell in Hull in 1968, I think it was, or 69.
Yeah. Well, yes. I think it was when Norma had gone away.
It's the whole concert anyway, and there it was. So we decided to learn it almost verbatim. It's not quite. I've tried a couple of times to learn it as is, off the live recording, and it's quite something. And because we're doing it with the fiddle and guitar as well, we've sort of switched it around a little bit. We just sort of personalised it a bit, but it's
basically his.
The kernel is there. So.
So it's just a nice way of paying tribute to uncle and brother-in-law, but also to this extraordinary musician and singer. One of the songs is actually very interesting because of Nick Drake. And one of the songs that we're doing, which is Happiness, is a reminder that he came from a songwriting family, because his mum wrote songs, Molly Drake, and Happiness was written by her. And it's a very pretty little song.
It's a lovely song. It's a real singer's song.
Only sings when his head is in the sky. Monkey has turned to fat and skirts the brow of passions for all. This she cries, let no man's lies move through my womb. And
The other only non-traditional thing on the album is a song called Monkey Hair, which was written by Michael Mara. And certainly Michael Mara is was a very, very important musician and commentator in Scotland. And his death a couple of years ago was a real loss that's been very, very profoundly felt in the Scottish music community. I, in some ways, can't believe that a man wrote that song, but it's the most incredible, the most incredible sort of putting yourself in someone else's position that I've seen in a piece of songwriting for a very long time.
This is from that book.
There you go.
Yeah. Tell the story. You tell the story.
Well, the story is the wife of a Scottish minister decides to cut him off from having any more children because he keeps sending their children away to war to be killed. War and disagreement and sort of knowledge and ignorance and things are another big sub-theme in the album, I think, and it's a sort of very personal stance for somebody to take, obviously for a woman to take, for a wife to take, a decision to make not to have any more children because some irresponsible bugger keeps sending them away just so that he can look good. And it has a very, very quiet fury about it, which I love.
Nor traitor to fear this. Monkey had the turn to fat and skirts the brow of passions for all. This she cries, let no man's lies move through my womb and add to my soul.